Donald Trump slamming Senator Lindsey Graham after he called some of his policies, quote, gibberish.
You're going to have some people that hit you, and I never hit first. I always counterpunch, but you have some that hit you, and Lindsey Graham was one, and he was quite vicious about it. And, you know, in the meantime, I guess he's got to get out very soon because he's got no rating whatsoever. He's got no poll numbers. At some point, when you get zero for a number of months in a row, you got to sort of get the picture. But he hit me, and I hit him back. It's pretty simple.
Here now to respond in a Fox Business exclusive, Republican presidential candidate Senator Lindsey Graham joins us right now. Senator Graham, thank you so much for joining us. First of all, go ahead and respond to what Mr. Trump said.
Well, I'm too vicious. I guess that's my biggest problem. You know, he's doing well, and at the end of the day, I'm looking for somebody ready to be commander-in-chief, and when he explains to me what he's going to do in Syria, it doesn't sound a whole lot different than Obama. So he's leading in the polls, but he's certainly not leading in terms of setting the agenda for the Republican Party on foreign policy, and I hope he can up his game. I hope he can articulate how we can win this war, because we can't afford to lose it.
He said you hit him first and you were quite vicious. Do you agree with that characterization?
No. You know, he called John McCain a loser because he got shot down, and that started this whole deal. But in all seriousness, I think the next president of the United States needs to be ready to go. You got Russia on the ground. You got Iran on the ground. You now got Cuba supporting Assad. Assad being in power in Syria is a nightmare for us. It means the war in Syria never ends. The refugees continue to flow. Iran has a pathway to a nuclear bomb. And I know what I would do. I'd send American ground troops back to Iraq, about 10,000 versus 3,500, to change the tide of battle. And I'd get the Arabs and Turkey together and would go in and destroy ISIL on the ground in Syria and push Assad out. You can't do it from the air. So I've got a plan, and I hope everybody running for president on our side has a plan different than Obama. Ignoring Syria, you can't do.
No, and what would be your approach with Putin?
Tell him, number one, I'd export natural gas to Europe to undercut his monopoly. I'd cut his economic legs out from under. I would give the Ukrainians defensive weapons to increase the cost of his intrusion into Ukraine. Let them fight for their own freedom. I'd reinforce NATO. I would sanction the hell out of him and his oligarch buddies. And I would tell him Assad's going, and if you want to fight for Assad, you're welcome to do so, but he will not stay in power in Syria. Because the Syrian people this war will never end, and ISIL is the biggest beneficiary of this move. And I would tell them, if you want to fight for Assad, you're welcome to do so, but you're on the losing side.